All right, we are live. USA Skimo Viking Sprint Races, ladies and gentlemen, we are live via satellite. The qualifiers for the youth division are starting right now. Let's jump right into it. I'm your host, Max Valverde, aka Dad Bod Goes Pro. We also have with us Emma Paulides up in the upstairs category, setting up some of the top cameras. Setting up the top cameras right now. Oh, we're done. And here we go. We're off. Let's start this thing. We have youth qualifiers right now coming up. Let's see who we got. Let's see if we can
flip him. You're going to need him again at the bottom.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got coming up. It's Corinne Higgins. She won yesterday's U18. She's trying to lay down a time, put her in a nice seed for the finals here. Corinne Higgins. She moved from U16 to U18 this year, and people were wondering how is she going to fare in the U18 category. Well, she let everyone know yesterday in Viking Sprint Day 1 that she has what it takes. So, ladies and gentlemen, Corinne Higgins, 16 years young, going up the boot pack now. And if you're just joining us, we are at the Viking Sprint Day 2 in the USA Skimo National Cup Series. Should probably get rid of that graphic there for you. Now the start line is the same. The diamonds are the same, but we're going to see some changes to the course today. And the minute I have a breath of fresh air, I'll be able to tell you about that. So here we have Jenna Umble. She was 6th yesterday in U18. She was also 8th in the girls U16 last year. So we're seeing a skin to boot transition here. Gonna put those skis together through the loop and then around the back. Let's keep going down, see what else we have going on down here. Here we have Jolene Edelman. She was 8th yesterday, 4th in the U18 women's last year in the national championships. She's gonna see what she can do today. Viking sprints. 27, Lila Lanning, 7th yesterday in U18. Trying to lay down a good time. See what we got coming up the top of the diamonds. 628, Sienna Peterson, 2nd yesterday in U18. She loves, you can find her climbing rad routes and ice climbing. But today she's trying to lay down a good time in the qualifiers. And right here, McCall Birkinshaw, 3rd yesterday in U18 and 3rd in U16 in last year's national championships. Going to see if she can hold that today. Now, this is the first qualifiers from the U18. This is Anders Carlson. He was 4th yesterday in U18. He was 7th in U18 in last year's national championship, and he just missed the cutoff last year. This year, yesterday, he was 4th. We're going to see what he can do today, see if he can beat his 4th place time. He's really charging up that boot pack there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never climbed a boot pack, it doesn't look that steep on the camera. I can tell you for sure it is. And here we have Emmett Itoy. He was 2nd yesterday in U18. He was 7th in U18 in last year's national championship. Last year, he just missed the cutoff. Yesterday, 2nd place. Emmett's really trying to lay down a fast time. But again, the thing with qualifiers is you don't need to lay it down too fast. If you go too fast, you gas out and you don't have enough energy for the final. This is Landon Jacob, 3rd yesterday in U18. It's only his 2nd year doing skimo. He's on the U.S. national team. Last year, he's won the U16 sprint. And now he's in the U18 category, letting everyone know he's here to stay. We're going to see what Landon can do today with us. Next up, we have Massimiliano Zaniello. He was 5th yesterday in U18. In last year's national championship, he was 10th. So really interesting to see Massimiliano, 15 years old, racing in U18. 5th yesterday. Nice. We're going to see what he can do today. Go, go, go. Super fast transition, and here he goes up the boot pack. He's chasing down Landon and Emmett. And here we go, Owen Crandall. 6th yesterday in U18. He's going to try to lay down a good time. He's got a nice skin to boot transition. Super quick here. Now, again, on the qualifiers, you don't want to go too fast. You want to keep a couple matches in the match box for the finals. Make sure you have some gas in the tank. And here we have Tanner Antonori, 7th yesterday in U18. Now, last year he was 6th in the U16 national championship. He's 16 years old this year, so he can't compete in U16. He made the jump to U18 and showing that he is a contender. 7th yesterday in U18. He's trying to lay down a good time in his qualifiers. And next, I can't see the bib, but I'm assuming this is Tiernan Pitts. He put in the work last year. Okay, he was 5th in U18 last year in the national championship. Comes out dark horse first yesterday in U18. Let's see what he can do today. He's going to try to lay down a time, not get too excited on the boot pack. And here's the course today, ladies and gentlemen. I have a bit of a break, so let me show it to you. What we have here is the start right down there in those 6 lanes. They're going to come up through these diamonds, do a skin to boot transition right here, then boot pack up with skis on their backpack. Then at the top here, they're going to transition to a boot to skin transition. They're going to skin across. Then at the top right here, they're going to do a transition. This is live right now via satellite. They're going to take their skis off. And then here we go. Who do we got? We got Bright Ostermiller. He won yesterday's U20 race. He was 3rd in last year's U18. He's really letting everybody know he's here to stay at the U20 division, right behind Nicholas Rocco. He was 2nd in U18. Now, again, we don't want to use too much energy in the qualifiers. You just want to get into the finals. So you can see here, Nicholas is stalking Bryce, but again, as long as he stays in a relative, similar speed, they're probably going to be and see each other in the finals. All right, here we have Zane Wasiko, 3rd yesterday in U20. He was 4th in the U20 men's last year's national championship and 3rd yesterday. He's going head to head with Bryce and Nicholas. He's going to see what he can do. Wants to lay down a nice little time here and then race some elbow to elbow in the heats. All right, we are back. We have a little bit of a break. Right now, the only graphic I have is this one. Qualifiers starting shortly. That's a lie. The qualifiers are on right now. I am your host, Max Valverde, aka Dad Bod Goes Pro. Got a little bit more of a graphics package today. And let me just show you what this course is. We're in qualifiers. What that means is in a skimo sprint, people are going to be starting here doing a qualifier time trial. I'm trying to lay down the best time they can in their category. They're going to go skin all the way up here, transition skin to boot pack. They're going to go ahead and put their skis on their backpack right there, run up these stairs, super steep. Now they're going to take the skis off their back, put them back on the ground, then transition into skinning again. Skin across, then to this transition right here, we're going to change the camera. Double angle, fancy. And right here, they're transitioning. They're going to change their ski boots to ski mode. They're going to go ahead and change their bindings to ski mode. They're going to stomp their heels into their binding, put the skins in their chest, and then go ahead and ski down through gates, just like so. Now, this is what we call sketchy skiing. You are on very, very difficult skis to ski. They're meant for uphill travel, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, these skis are not the easiest to ski on. It's about speed up. So you sacrifice the downhill for the uphill. Now, this course is going to be a little different today. If you joined us yesterday on the Viking Sprint Day 1, it's a different course today. Today, what we have at the bottom, as you can see, what they're going to be doing is transitioning from ski to skin. They're going to have to skin across the finish line. So right here, you can see the final transition. What they're going to do is come down here. Oh, you can see them right there. And at the bottom, they're going to have to go ahead and take their skis off, put them back into skin mode, take their skins out of their chest. And if they did too fast of a double rip transition, their skins are going to get kind of messy. As you can see here, this is that transition. Look, they were just stuffing them in there for speed, right? Stuffing them into the chest. But then at the bottom, you got to take them out, sort out your skins, put them back on the bottom of your skis, and then skin just a few 50 feet to the finish. This is where a lot of things are going to be won and lost today down at the bottom. So I'm going to try to do my best to get down there and get a better angle for you. But we're short staffed today. Again, we're on a shoestring budget. This is just USA Skimo live stream, second day ever in the history of doing it. Right now, qualification, wrong graphic. Qualifiers are starting shortly, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Max Valverde. And if you want to follow along to the action, not only you can follow me, but you can also follow USA Skimo. USA Skimo is on Instagram, and you can stay in touch with all the top athletes and see what we're doing. Again, we are at the Viking Sprints in beautiful Nordic Valley. We're really happy to have you here. Thanks for joining in. This live stream is going to be going all day. Let me give you a little bit of the programming while I have a little bit of a little time here. So we already did youth course inspection. We are currently in youth qualifier time trials. Then we're going to get into the U14 men's final. There's only going to be 2 in that. Then we're going to get into the U16 men's final. Men's semifinal, rather, with 4 in there. And then there's going to be U16 men's semifinal with another 4. Presumably, we'll see. I think maybe the top 2 from each, and we'll have a final U16 men's final. No, it's actually 6. So top 4 are going to, or top 3 are going to make it through. But I'll keep updating you as we go, and then we're going to get into the adult pro category maybe in an hour or 2. Let's zoom in, see if we can see just the youth inspection or the youth program for today. So again, we're going to have the U14 men's final just after the qualifiers. Looks like it's about to start right now. Let me put that graphic up. Final starting shortly. As you can see down below, let's get that graphic out of the way. We have the U14 final starting shortly. And what we're going to probably see in that U14 final, let's just pull it up here, U14 male final. It's going to be Trey Lundberg versus Victor Doronin. Yesterday, Victor got second. Trey Lundberg got third. Our first place finisher yesterday is not in today's race. I'm not sure about why, but we'll see that shortly. After the U14 men's final, we're going to see the U16 men's semifinal. Now, this is going to be a race to watch. If you remember from yesterday, we had some pretty intense action with Sam Kirshner. I don't have a clip with me right now, I don't believe. Okay, so U14 men's final is in 3 minutes, so stay with us for 3 minutes. But basically, the U16 men's final. Let me just give you a little play-by-play, a little preview of this. Let's see. Let's get this graphic out of here so we can see what's going on here. All right, so on the U16 men's final, very interesting, very competitive. So we have boys age 14 to 15. Now, yesterday, if you recall, I'll post a clip on my social media as well as on USA Skimo's shortly after this. But what we had was Sam Kirshner, who was third in last year's U16 Boys National Championship for sprint. He won the individual, I believe, which is a longer race. It's about an hour long. But today it's all about sprint. It's a short race. And last year, Sam Kirshner got third in the sprint. This year, he had the lead. He was doing great through the diamonds. As he came into skin to boot transition, we had, who was it? Oh, he's not here today, I don't think. I believe his last name was Ward. Ward comes up out of nowhere, does a super fast skin to boot transition. Sam Kirshner gets past, and we don't know what's happening. Sam Kirshner may have been the favorite here, and he gets past on the boot pack transition. Did he lose it? Then adding insult to injury, Kirshner's ski falls off his backpack. This is why we love Skimo Sprint, ladies and gentlemen. It looked like it was over. Kirshner was a third of the way up the boot pack, and Ward was already at the top, about to transition boot to skin. And then Kirshner just digs deep, finds some sort of turbo mode that we didn't know about. AB, left, right, center. Turbos up to the top, and Kirshner gets to the boot pack transition, boot to skin transition, and Ward had some sort of technical malfunction. And then we had Ward get passed by Kirshner, and then it was all over. Kirshner, absolutely crushed from there on out. All right, here we go. We have the final starting shortly. Let's see who we got here. We have Trey Lundberg and Victor Doronin. And we're on. Let me get into a better position here. I'll try not to be as shaky as yesterday. That's one of my goals on the day. Yesterday, I was a tad shaky on you. I don't know. I didn't want to, hopefully I didn't give anybody any seizures or made anyone feel sick watching. I'm going to do my best today to keep it chill, keep it still. With that said, if I need to walk and I need to move, I'm going to do something like this and then move so it's less shaky. I'm going to move up to the boot pack transition for you. See, keeping it still, keeping it chill. How are we liking that out in the live stream world? All right, now that I'm in position, I'm going to go ahead and be able to switch back. There you go. I also have binoculars today, so I don't need to. Let me just check in with Emma up top. Emma, how we doing on second transition camera?
For the bendy portion of the tripod, so might need to come down and grab a new one to be able to link my phone to it.
Okay, for now, can you just hold it? All right, so we have Trey Lundberg in the maroon, slightly ahead of Victor. Trey's in the maroon, Victor in the red helmet. Victor has a super fast transition. Victor's heading up the boot pack. Great transition. Oh, but then here comes Trey. Trey coming up hot. Here's the thing, he does not want to burn himself out. That is a fatal mistake in Skimo Sprint. But he's looking strong. Let's see if we can zoom a little bit, get you a little bit of a better angle. See, it's so steep. If you're watching at home, this looks flat-ish. This is basically straight up. I mean, any person will have difficulty getting up this. But we have Trey Lundberg on the left, Victor Doronin on the right. Yesterday, Trey got third, Victor got second. So this is going to be a dead heat. Let's see if Victor can pull one out today. Let's see if our second camera is up and ready yet. Let's see what we got. Okay, we are good. Emma, the camera's looking great. Let me turn your audio back on so that you can commentate a little bit. All right, Emma, your audio is on.
All right, hey Max. It looks
Hey.
like it's a tight race here, coming up to the top of the boot pack.
We have Trey.
They are pushing hard.
Trey's number one. Victor's number two. Like 602, 601.
Gotcha. They've got their skis down, nice and flat.
If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, this is Emma Paulides. Oh, this is a neck and neck.
Heading up to the top of the transition point, and that point is the last transition in the course. At the top, they'll ski down through the gates and then transition again there for the skin portion. Flipping up to the last camera.
All right, so let's see what we got going here. Looks like they're still neck and neck. Trey maybe got into the transition zone a little faster. Now remember, Victor's transitions may be slightly faster. He's got a faster transition, so this is where it could be won. Now remember, when they stuff these into their chest, they may need to do a decent fold because they're going to have to transition again at the bottom. It's always that fine line. How do you want to do it? Do you want to do a fast transition, stuff them in there? But if you need to do another ski to skin transition at the bottom, you may run into difficulty. Okay, and it looks like Victor's out first. Victor's coming down through the gates, and we're going to see if we can catch Victor now. Okay, we got Victor in the lead. Oops, hey, sorry about that. Whoa. Okay, Victor's coming down. Okay, Victor's got the lead here. Now, what they say in Skimo Sprint, I said it about 100 times yesterday. You don't win a race on the downhill, but it can be lost. if you start tomahawking. All right, let's see. Victor's in the lead. I'm going to try to do my best to commentate from here. Okay, Victor's going to need to go down after that last flag. He's going to go into that transition zone where all those little flags are. Looks like an amusement park down there. Okay, now here he goes. He's got to take his skis off. Flick the binding into skin mode. He's got to then go ahead and make sure he flicks his boots into skin mode. Now he's got to take his skins out of his chest. We'll try to get a camera down there for you later, ladies and gentlemen. If you put the skins now on the bottom of the skis, let's see if we can do a digital zoom. Might get a little shaky. Stay with me. Just a reminder, racers who are filtering in, no chips. And there he goes. Who is that? To the box here at the table, announcer booth. Looks like Victor. Victor, transition beast. Here we go. Oh no. Oh, it's Trey. Oh no. He's having skin difficulty. Oh no. Oh no. Here goes Victor. His skin fell off. This is exactly what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. Trey is just struggling to the finish line. And here goes Victor. He's got it. Victor Deronin falls down. What a finish, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're talking about. Oh, and it's just heartbreaking for Trey Lundberg. Trey Lundberg third yesterday, Victor Deronin second, and Victor was able to take the win today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we love Skimo Sprint. Let's put it back on this ugly mug. All right, what do we got? I think we have, checking the schedule. Listen, why am I looking down? Ladies and gentlemen, we have it right here. Here comes the U16 men's semifinal. Oh, they're coming up. They're coming up hot. Let's see if we can get in the right position. I don't want to make you nauseous. They're coming up right behind me, but I got a little bit out of position. I will try not to do that too much to you today, but I definitely want to get the skin to boot transition. So let me get in position for you here, and then we'll be rocking and rolling. We have the first semifinal heat. So in this semifinal heat, I believe the top three will advance. So you need to be in top three. Again, you don't want to gas out too much. Here they come. Colin Krieger seems to be in first here. Come on, Ben! Okay, this is Ben Bigwood in the lead here. Now again, this is a semifinal, so they really just want to make sure that they make it to the final, but without gassing themselves out too much. 609 Ben Bigwood second yesterday, and then there goes Colin Krieger. They're neck and neck.
No, not at all.
Right here. Let's see what they can do. You got Colin and Ben. Colin on the left, Colin Krieger. On the right, Ben Bigwood. Colin Krieger in blue. Ben Bigwood to the right of him. Looker's right. And we'll get up to Emma's camera right now. Does she see them coming up? Emma, throwing it over to you.
Yep. Thanks, Max. It looks like
Ben
Colin
Bigwood,
and Ben
9.
are neck and neck here. Ben is pushing hard to get to the top of that boot pack. I don't know if you guys can tell, but from here it's kind of a steep angle, like Max was saying. It's a pretty steep climb here at the top of the boot pack. And Ben makes it to the top of the boot pack, dropping his skis. Hoping for a smooth transition here. And Ben is out of the boot pack and on his way to the top transition point.
All right, so Ben is out front.
Ben is up front with Colin falling short behind him.
Okay, so Ben Trachtenberg was second in U14. And then Colin was yesterday was 8th in U16. So Colin's really finding something here. Oh, we got a bit of a slip, but let's see if we can get these skins, keep them in order. That last race was won and lost at that bottom transition. So here we go, coming down. Ben Trachtenberg, Colin Krieger. All right, and here they go. They're coming down.
Looks like Ben is out of the going through the gates.
All right, here comes Ben.
Got a crash at the top. And
Looks
looks
like
like
Colin
someone
made
made
a
a
boot
gate
on
on
the top.
What was that, Emma?
Looks
Looks
like
like we had a crash from
671,
671,
611
611
up
up
at
at
the
the
top.
top.
Okay.
And Colin
Well, we're gonna have
missed
to
our
we're gonna have
gate.
to do two things at once here, ladies and gentlemen. We have the finish happening at the bottom. We also have the second semifinal coming up. We have Sam Kirshner in the lead. I'm going to try to do both. Stay with me. We are live via satellite. Sam Kirshner in the lead. Sam Kirshner at the bottom. I can't tell what's happening. Let me see if we can zoom. Let's do an optical zoom down there. Looks like Trachtenberg still has the lead here. Okay, we have Kirshner here out front. Now remember, yesterday he had difficulty with this transition. There it is. Okay, that's Josh Itoy. Sam Kirshner and Joshua Itoy. They're both going to probably make the finals. They just need to keep it chill. Right there, we have Max Trachtenberg, Ben's brother, trying to stalk close behind. Let's see if we can see down bottom. Okay, we missed that bottom because we got two races happening at the same time. Let me throw it to Emma.
Looks like 612 and 615 are neck and neck. No determinant on who is leading the race. So it looks like 615 has pushed forward.
All right, 615, Josh Itoy in front of Sam Kirshner doing a transition. Now, again, since this is the semifinals, they do not need to win or lose this technically. There's going to be the top three are going to advance. So really, it's going to be a race for third. Sam Kirshner out first, Joshua Itoy out second, and it's going to be a race for third between Max Trachtenberg. Max Trachtenberg just went out, and then Oscar Saddlemeyer still in the transition zone. So it's really going to be a race for third here, ladies and gentlemen. So coming in first, we have Sam Kirshner. Sam Kirshner coming in first into the top transition. He's going to go from skin to ski right behind Josh Itoy, right behind that Max Trachtenberg. This is a race for third to get into the finals. Coming from behind, we have Oscar Saddlemeyer. Oscar Saddlemeyer trying to find some space in the transition zone. If Oscar can take Max Trachtenberg in this, then Oscar's going to get into the finals. Now remember, when they get to the bottom, there's one more transition. I'll try to get a better view. It doesn't look like there's another one starting, so I'll be able to tell you live who wins this. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have, obviously, a Sam Kirshner win of this heat. He's taking it easy. He's just trying not to crash. He's already going to be in the finals as long as he makes it way down. We have Joshy Toy behind. It's a little icy today. It's a little sketch. But then coming next, who do we have in looking like third place? 613. We're looking like Max Trachtenberg. Now coming close behind, this is going to be the race for third. We have Oscar Saddlemeyer. Oscar's going to catch up. Now, the only way that Max Trachtenberg doesn't get third here is if he botches this bottom transition. Let's see if we can zoom in, and let me see if I can keep it still and do some optical zoom for you. All right, so here comes, okay, there's Trachtenberg in front, actually. So here he goes. He's got to take his skis off. He's in front, right in front of that white pickup truck. He's taking his skins out. I'm going to stay with you here. There is another race starting, but I'm going to go get that in 1 second. I really want to see if Trachtenberg gets this. He's got to get those skins right back on. Okay, Kirshner's out of the transition zone. Joshy Toy's putting his left boot on.
Kirshner, and then
There's Joshy Toy. And then this is the
Toy.
race for third. No way. No way. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Sorry, I was trying to look at it. Oh my gosh. Bottom transition just happened. They just did it. They just did it. He just did it. Oscar Saddlemeyer just took
Oscar
Max
Saddlemeyer.
Trachtenberg on that bottom transition. Now let me run up here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not my fault. Stay with me. I'm trying to get it to these people. Ron, can you read out numbers there? I'm gonna have to pass it over to Emma. Okay, look, we have 1, 2, 3. And what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is the women's final. This is the U16 women's final. Emma's gonna need to call it out.
Hey, Max, it looks like we have numbers coming into distance here. Give me 1 second. We got 607 in the lead, followed by 606.
Okay, Stella Gillespie, 607 in the lead. She won yesterday. 606, Samara Shaw got second yesterday in U16. And who do we have third?
Third, 604.
Okay, so that's Addison Lundberg. So that's basically the order they were in yesterday. If this order holds, it'll be the same order as yesterday. Out in front, Stella Gillespie in the white helmet, Samara Shaw in the black helmet, blue jacket. Great video, Emma. Oh, wow, what a fast transition. Samara Shaw takes the lead through that transition zone. Stella still trying to get in that left boot. Okay, Stella's off. Can Stella catch her? Let's see. Okay, coming into the transition zone. Now, Samara just took the lead here. Samara got second yesterday to Stella Gillespie's first. Can Samara hang on to this lead? Now, Samara goes by Sam. Sam can be found biking and climbing big peaks. She summited the Grand Teton this past summer. Got fifth in U16 last year. Now, coming into the transition zone, Stella Gillespie, she won yesterday, coming off a really strong mountain bike season last year. She's an accomplished Nordic skier who's finding great success. And in the black helmet, we have Samara Shaw coming down. Samara Shaw in the lead. Can she switch the order? Samara Shaw was second yesterday. And there goes Stella Gillespie. Here goes Samara Shaw.
You got it.
And there goes Sam Shaw. Now remember, this can be won or lost in this bottom transition. We got Sam Shaw coming down. And here comes Stella Gillespie, who had some difficulty in transition 2, going from boot back to skin. Could not get that left boot in.
Twist it in a little bit. Gotta twist it in.
All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get an optical zoom here for you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so first in, Sam Shaw. Can she hang on in this bottom transition?
Good
Nice.
job.
Okay, so
Nice
she's got
work.
to take off the skin. Take the skin out of her jacket. Put it on. Okay, write one down. Now, here comes Stella Gillespie into the zone. Stella Gillespie is closest to us. Sam Shaw, furthest to us, closest to the parking lot. What is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? Sam Shaw putting on her second skin, trying to stay calm. If you go too fast, now some of these skins have water on them. They don't stick very well. Okay, Sam Shaw is off, and Sam Shaw is going to take the win for U16 girls. Amazing job, Sam Shaw. And let's see, Stella Gillespie still in the transition zone. Finishing up. Now, what they're doing here now, think about this. You got to ski all the way down to the bottom. You're exhausted. Take the skis off. Take them out of ski mode, which means flicking the binding. Flick your boots. Put them into ski mode. Find your skins. And we have Stella Gillespie second. Let's see what's going on up here. I think we may have had a transition situation up top. And looking like taking third is going to be Addie Lundberg. She was third yesterday. She's going to be third today. Great effort. And coming up next after Addison Lundberg comes down, well, actually, let's get her skiing down really quick. Let's see how well we can do this. My hands are freezing off. I should probably put my gloves on. All right, here comes Addison Lundberg now. Third place U16. Coming into the bottom transition zone. If I can hold this still, it actually is not bad, guys. Putting it on my knee right now. Just a reminder for those ski racers just coming in here today, we are going chipless, so you can return your chip to the caution. Say again, Emma. Announcers booth. Please have your bib on you, so you can return your chip. Thank you. You say you need a battery pack?
Heading down to grab battery pack.
Okay, I have a small one that could fit in your pocket if you need it.
I got my big one. I'll be good, thanks.
All right, yeah, you got these cameras set up already, automatic. You mean amazing work.
Finagled some tools, so it's good.
Sounds good. And if you need to go all the way to the car, if you need hand warmers, I forgot the hand warmers in the truck.
Everything's in the hut.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the hand warmers were for me, but listen, who needs warm hands? It's all about the live stream. And here we got Addison Lundberg finishing strong. Ladies and gentlemen, Skimo Sprint on any given Sunday, anything can happen. Addison Lundberg so strong. I didn't see exactly what happened. We were following the front pack. She may have had a transition issue. This year, there is a bit of a change in the rules. There's a requirement for a brake to be on your skis. So there's probably a good percentage of people who did not used to have brakes on their skis. Adding brakes adds some complexity to your transition, but that is a new ISMF rule, and sometimes the bindings can be a little tricky, and gets across the finish. Addison Lundberg, third for U16 girls. So let's go back to this mean mug. Let's see, what do we got on the schedule? Ladies and gentlemen, that was a U16 women's final. We have the U18 women's semifinal coming up next. There's going to be 5 in that race. And then we'll have another semifinal for 5. And then, so if you can see in the U18 women's final, there will be 6. So what it's going to be is the top 3 out of 5 are going to advance to the U18 women's final. Let's see if we can get a preview of that. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, we got semis coming up shortly. Look at these graphics. They're amazing, as is this live stream. My name is Max Valverde. I'm going to be your commentator today, a.k.a. Dad Bod Goes Pro. We also have with us, she's walking down right now to get her. Let's see if we can zoom in on her. Let's creep on her. She can't hear us. There she is. That's Emma Paulides, marketing extraordinaire. She's operating the top 2 cameras for us, giving us some light commentary, trudging through the snow. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful Nordic Valley got an insane amount of snow last night. I think it's probably like 8 to 10 inches. The crew at Nordic Valley has been amazing in getting this course set up for us. Race director Jules Googly has been working through the night to make sure that this goes off without a hitch. And if you're just joining us, this is the Viking Skimo Sprint race in just north of Ogden. And if you're just joining us, what this is the Viking Sprints Day 2. They're 2 independent races. And what we have is the Skimo Sprint. This is the discipline that's going to be in the Olympics, along with the mixed relay. And while I have a minute here, let me just throw on these gloves. My fingers are falling off. I don't have hand warmers today. And let me, if you bear with me, I'll tell you all about the road to the Olympics 2026. Okay, so in Skimo Sprint, what you have is a very short course. It is going to go pretty much straight vertical. If you're not familiar with what skinning is, it is basically running on skis with skins, which are basically like little sticky carpets underneath your skis where you run up the mountain. What you're going to do is you're going to run up the mountain. Let me transition and show you the course today. You start here in this transition zone, and you're going to do time trials first, and then eventually you'll race 6-on-6. You come up here, up through these diamonds. You can take one of two tracks. There's 2 tracks where you can kind of pick left or right. On your way up here, you keep going up, 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 and then at this point you do the first transition. This is why we love Skimo Sprint. It is such a technical discipline. You then take the skis off of your boots, you put them onto your backpack. And you know what? Let's actually show you a video from yesterday. This is gonna really
from New Mexico.
dial it
Arthur
in right here.
Whitehead
So
in the
this is
lead
that boot
from
transition
America. That is Arthur.
from yesterday. Let me
He
turn
had a
off the
little trouble
audio,
with his transition.
This might be
In
difficult
675,
to hear.
Charlie Von 8, or no, Ian Clark takes the lead. Ian Clark.
Oh, sorry. If you're just joining us, what they do is they put the skis into their loop. This is Arthur Whitehead, winner of yesterday's men's final. And that's Ian Clark taking off first. So what you do is you run up that boot pack there. Let me switch to a different camera in a second and show you exactly what we're working with here. Okay, check out this video. This is a good one. I believe this is the U16 women's final. This is a great one to kind of show you the race. As they come into the transition zone, what they're going to do is take their skis off. There's a little loop in their backpack. They put the bottom of the skis through that loop it around the back, and there's a bungee hook. They hook it on, they need to run up. You have to put your poles down during the transition, or else there can be a 15-second penalty. Oh, you drop a little pole there, pick it up, keep going up the boot pack. When you get to the top of the boot pack, what you need to do is take your skis off your backpack and then go ahead and put them on the ground and then step back in. This is where you can